Today we're going to be taking a look at the Megahouse Variable Action Heroes One Piece Monkey D. Luffy figure.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom.
So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Variable Action Heroes Monkey D. Luffy figure. He is pretty much my favorite character on the show, either him or Zoro, so I am very happy that I finally own this figure in my collection. So I ended up buying the figure a little earlier before the reissue dropped. Even though he is being reissued this month, I was just getting really impatient because I wanted this Luffy figure in my collection. But anyway, let's get into the review and start off with the packaging for Luffy. So basic packaging for Megahouse's One Piece line. We do get different shades of blue for the main colors of the box with some white mixed in it because it is a sky type scenery in the background. We do get the window right there. The Toei Animation sticker says One Piece. An image of the Luffy figure there says Monkey D. Luffy on the bottom along with Megahouse. And then the bottom of it is the blah 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 stuff that nobody cares about. We do get an image of the Luffy figure, and then it says Variable Action Heroes Monkey D. Luffy. And then the top of it says Variable Action Heroes, wanted dead or alive, 400 million berries. And geez, that is a lot. And then the side of it says the same thing as the front. We do get an image of Luffy on the bottom. And then the other side of it is the continuing image from the front of the box, along with the Straw Hat Pirate symbol. And then on the back of it shows a bunch of different poses you can get the figure into, along with some of his accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at Luffy. Alrighty, so taking a closer detailed look at Luffy here, and once again, Megahouse did an outstanding job when it comes to the paint and the sculpt. The sculpt of the hair just looks awesome. I'm really digging the sculpt work of it. Very nice work by Megahouse, and it is just one flat black color, but nice work on the paint as well. Really digging the sculpt work of the hair. That's probably one of my favorite parts about this figure so far. The sculpt of the face looks just like Luffy to me. The paint's nice and clean all throughout it, so nice work on that. Nice work on the muscle definition on the torso there. We do get his scar that Zoro gave him, which was pretty shocking. I was like, what the hell, Zoro? Why did you do it? But I know he was kind of like under my control. But it is sculpted on there. The paint's nice and clean on it. I do have like a little black mark on the bottom right there. Not that big of a deal. We do get some paint shading on the skin tone as well, so nice work on that. His shirt here, this piece is a nice softer rubbery type plastic, so it really doesn't hinder any articulation. And there is paint shading on the inside of it too. I just noticed that. We do get his gold buttons right there that are sculpted on there. Beautiful sculpt work just on the shirt, around the arms. Around the forearms right here, same around the bottom. Nice sculpted wrinkles on the back there. Great paint shading on it. I feel like they needed to add a little more paint shading on the arms because it's more of just a regular red color, whereas you can see right here it's more of a very dark red. Same with the joint right there. It matches more this part of the shirt than on the sleeves here. So I wish they would have just added a little more paint shading on the arms, but other than that, they did a very nice job with the shirt. We do get a sash right here, which is a nice, like, yellowish orange type color, and we do get some beautiful orange paint shading on it. But I could see it is a softer rubbery type plastic, just like the shirt. You can kind of see right there the paint is kind of, like, messing up. If you, like, bend this around too much, you can see the paint messing up there, so that's a little disappointing. We do get his shorts here. Nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout it. We do get some blue paint shading on there as well, like a darker blue. And then the back of them, nice sculpted wrinkles. And then we get like the ripped effect on the bottom of his shorts right there, which look pretty nice. There is some white paint going all throughout it, so nice work on that. We do get the lower legs here. The shins have some nice paint shading on them. Same with the back of the legs as well. Didn't even show you. Let me show you. It's just very subtle on the back of the legs. And for his feet here, we do get his sandals, and I like how they sculpted the straps here on the top and painted them black, so nice work on that. And you can see the little sculpt work on the sandals as well. They even did it on the bottom. And the feet, you could even see the toenails right there sculpted on, so that's pretty cool looking. The only problem I have, when you articulate this foot up and then put it back down, the front piece doesn't go even with the back piece, so his foot isn't completely flat-footed on the ground. That's the only issue I have so far with the figure. But other than that, Megahouse really did a phenomenal job with the detail on this Luffy. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a decent amount of stuff included with Luffy. We get 6 interchangeable hands and we get a pair of fists right here. And they are sculpted and painted very well, so nice work on them. And I really like how they put paint in between the fingers right there. That looks good. There is a little bit of paint shading on them as well. So we get a pair of fists. And then we get a pair of like open resting hands here. You do see the sculpted fingernails, so nice work on that. Some paint shading around the knuckles. Nice sculpt work on them, so we get those. And then the last ones here are like karate chop type hands. Nice sculpt and paint on them as well. So we get those 6 interchangeable hands, and then we also get 3 interchangeable faces, 2 interchangeable hair pieces, and 2 straw hats. So we'll take a look at the faces first, and we get this one here, which is kind of like the angry, serious type of face sculpt. And this one's probably my favorite out of all 3 of them. We did take a look at it before, but we'll take a quick look again. Sculpt work, very well done on it. It looks just like Luffy to me, and the paint is nice and clean all throughout it. We do get a scar under his left eye as well, so nice work on that one. And then we do get the yelling, screaming face sculpt here. Nice work with the sculpt, looks just like Luffy. We do get some veins up there on his head. And the paint is nice and clean all throughout it as well, so nice work on that one there. And then the last one here is the smiling face sculpt, because what would a Luffy figure be without a happy, interchangeable face? But very nice paintwork on it, nice and clean, and the sculpt. Very good on it too, looks just like Luffy. But anyway, those are all the interchangeable faces. Let's take a look at the hair pieces. So we get 2 interchangeable hair pieces. We get the one on the left here, which is for his hat, and then the one on the right, which is just his hair, that we took a look at before, but they did some beautiful sculpt work on the hair. Same with the hat hair one for the bottom half of it. So nice work on both of the interchangeable hair sculpts. We'll put this one back, because this one is for him to wear his hat. And we do get 2 hats here, straw hats of course, because it's Straw Hat Luffy. This is the one that he wears, as you can see the peg insert for the interchangeable hair piece. This one, you just pop off his head, pop it on, and it hangs over his shoulders. I'll show you that in a second. But they did a very nice sculpt work on the straw hat here. I wish they put a little more paint shading in it, but it still looks awesome. Then we get the red band going around. It is sculpted on there. They did put like a little bit of sculpted wrinkles too. But the paint's nice and clean on it. There's the bottom of it. And the way you get the hat on, you got to line up the peg correctly, as you can see the way it's shaped. And you just peg it in like so, and then there you go, you have Luffy with his hat, and it's going to look badass when you have your figure displayed with that hat on. So you get that hat, and then we get this one here that hangs over his shoulders. Same exact thing, nice sculpt and paint on it. We get the red band and everything. But then we get this stringer rope piece, which is a nice gray color. It is just the color of the plastic, but nice sculpt work on it too, because it looks like real rope. And the way you get it on, you just pop the head off like so, and then slide this on like that, and then pop the head back on like that, and then there you go. That looks awesome. Very happy that they included both those hats. But anyway, those are all the accessories included with Luffy, which I am very satisfied with. But anyway, let's continue on with the review. So now for the height of Luffy, he stands a little bit over 6.5 inches tall, and then here he is compared to the Variable Action Heroes Chopper figure, the Variable Action Heroes Portgas the Ace figure, the Variable Action Heroes Nami figure, and the Variable Action Heroes Dracul Mihawk figure. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Krillin figure and the SH Figuarts Android 16 figure. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakening Warrior Super Saiyan Goku figure and the SH Figuarts Premium Color Super Saiyan Vegeta figure. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Well, let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now moving on to the articulation, and right before we do, I want to mention one thing. The joints are so loose on this Luffy, it's really bad. It's a lot worse than the Portgas D Ace figure. The worst one is the upper neck joint. Like, look at it. That's really, really bad. Hopefully, with the reissue, they tighten up the joints, because this is my biggest issue so far with this Luffy figure. And with his hat on, it makes his head even more heavy, so it's kind of hard for him to keep his head up, as you can see. I mean, you can get it to stay, but any slight movements, his head will go forward or fall back. But moving on to the articulation, we get 1 point at the upper neck and 1 at the lower neck, so he pretty much looks all the way down and practically looks all the way up. Gets hindered a little bit by the hair. We get some very nice pivot there, and it does swivel as well. The lower neck joint really doesn't move too much. Slightly goes forward and back, slightly pivots, and swivels just a little bit, so we get better movement at the upper neck joint. We do get an ab crunch, and it just goes forward and back a tiny bit, slightly pivots and swivels as well. Then we get the waist joint that goes forward and back, pivots and swivels. I think we get better movement at the waist joint compared to that ab crunch. We do get some very nice movement at the shoulder right here in the armpit, so we get a back and forth type of movement, like a butterfly joint, and then it goes up and down as well. And then we get some beautiful circular motion right in that armpit socket, so nice movement just at the shoulder there. And they go up a lot more than 90 degrees. They do go up and down, no bicep swivel, so you have to do it at the shoulder. We have double jointed elbows. For the wrist, they do swivel and hinge back and forth, so nice movement there. Now for the legs, they do go forward about 45 degrees. They can go up more, but I feel like you're going to damage the paint around the crotch area, just like the sash there, so I'm not going to go any higher than that. They go to the back just a little bit, and then they go out to the side a little less than 90 degrees, and then we do get swivel up there as well. Now for the double jointed knees, they have this cool little thing where you could shift down the thighs right there, because if you just bend the knees, they don't even bend at a 90-degree angle. But if you shift down the thigh right there, you can bend it so it bends a little more than 90 degrees. So that's cool that they added that little shifting leg joint right there. Now for the ankles, they do swivel. They hinge up a good amount and down a good amount as well. And then we do get some very nice pivot and some toe articulation. And the way they designed the lower legs at the ankle right there, the pieces on the side hinder the ankle articulation just a little bit, but it's not too bad. I mean, they did give us some very nice movement with this Luffy, and I am very happy with it, besides the joints being very loose. But overall, I do recommend this Luffy figure, especially if you're a big One Piece fan, if you love the Variable Action Heroes figure line, or if Luffy is one of your favorite characters. This is a must-have for your collection. Yeah, it's not perfect, but Megahouse did an outstanding job with this piece, so I do highly recommend this 100%. A couple issues I have with the figure is the left foot, where the toe articulation is, that piece isn't even with the back part of the foot, so he doesn't stand flat-footed. I don't think that's with every figure. I think only mine's like that, so it's not really that big of a deal. But my biggest issue with this piece is how loose the joints are. They are really bad, and I'm hoping with the reissue, Megahouse tightens up the joints with this Luffy. I mean, the figure can barely hold his head up when you have the hat on, and the joints are so fragile. They seem like they pop out real easily. They're just way too loose, and I hope with the reissue they tighten them up. But other than that, they executed the movement extremely well with the articulation. We also get some dope accessories. I love what they included with this Luffy, but the best part by far is definitely the detail. They knocked it out of the park once again with the paint and sculpt. They did a fantastic job with it, and I'm very happy with how this figure turned out. And if you would like to get this Luffy figure for your collection, right now he costs about $80-90 bucks, but he is being reissued this month and he retails for about $65. I have my other one pre-ordered from agelessgeeks.com, or you could join the Ageless Geeks Facebook group and pre-order it from the owner on there as well. But anyway, that is my review of the Variable Action Heroes One Piece Monkey D. Luffy figure. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share and favorite the video too, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching, I will see you later! Today we're going to be taking a look at the variable. We do get different shades of blue for the main colors of the box, because damn. We do get different shades of blue with a little bit of what the hell? With some white for the main colors of the books. The bottom of it is the boobity-boo-boo-ba. It's just really bad. It's a lot worse than the portal. We do get very nice pivot there, and it does swivel. The Variable Action Heroes Chopper figure. Alright, so we get two of them. We get... Damn, I like that Megahouse keeps doing with the... So this is the one that he wears on my left hand. In my left hand, god damn it. And the last one here is the smiling face sculpt, because... What would Ludi... out of all three of them. We did take a look at it. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck?